Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna check out the X-Men Tornado Pioneer, of course. I do happen to have to say to you guys, I'm not the best speed cuber. I recently started cubing. I got a main, which is the RS3M, if I'm correct. So I average around roughly 1 minute 10, I think, at this current moment, in about a month. So I think I'm doing quite alright for maybe an hour a day. Anyway, enough about the RS3M. We are actually having the X-Men right here, the Tornado, but we also have ourselves the Gen 12. Gen 12 will be in another video to be reviewed. I'm very curious how both of them gonna be and which one of the three I'm eventually gonna use as my main, of course. So let's open this. By the way, the packaging looks great. Nothing to complain about at all. Okay, a little bit of a rough opening. As we can see, it is delivered with quite nice. The little cube holder, not too shabby at all. I really do like the aesthetic that is actually bringing with a holder, which is quite nice. Because this one, my main, did not. What do we have on accessories? Let's see. We have over here something in Mandarin. Wow, it actually comes with a bag. That's kind of cool. It's leather or something leather alike. I assume something knockoff of leather, but it's, better than nothing. That's for sure. And of course, a plastic key to make it in however we like to see fit of our settings. So yeah, not too shabby. Over here, instructions of how to solve actually a Rubik's Cube in different languages and different methods. F2L, OOL, and PLL. And I think this is actually, I assume it's the CFOP, right? Yeah, okay. So it just explains over here the CFOP method. And I currently am learning F2L. I'm not great at it. I'm definitely not great at it. So I will use the beginner method without the F2L. I'm really curious how this is going to be on the factory settings though. That's going to be the real question over here. How is it out of the box? Is it better out of the box than I have on my RS3? Ooh, that feels significantly strange. Whoa, wait a minute. This feels heavier. I think it is actually heavier, the Tornado, over the RS3M. But it turns faster, but not particularly smoother. So I think we definitely need to oil it up a bit. I have some maintenance oil, but out of the box, not too shabby. It feels, how would I say? It feels almost as if the plastic is lighter, but the cube is heavier. So I assume anything that's actually in it, like the Pioneer thing, or the core, let's say, might be heavier than the core of the RS3. So let's see how we're gonna solve it. Over here, yeah guys, I know I'm definitely not the fastest. So let's see. Okay, let's shuffle it a bit. It feels so strange. Okay, let's actually solve it right now. I mean, decent, I guess. So far so good. Oh, this is not how I'm used to the turns. That I want to turn it like a noob. Okay, that's not the greatest. Anyway, let's see. I feel like my turns are overturning, if that makes sense. So basically, let's say I want to turn this in. I feel like I do an extra turn if I'm not precisely at it. So it has some smoothness and graininess for whatever reason. Maybe I start to like it eventually. So let's see. So we have this one. Sorry for the out of focus there. I hate this solves. So basically here you see something out of order with those two. So I usually just take it out completely. And then I turn until one of the others are then on the top. I know this is a bad method. But for now, it's fine. I'm still learning to cube. Okay, since we have everything, let's do the top layer. Wow, this turns beyond faster for some reason. And give me a little bit of leeway, guys, because honestly, I don't know yet what my precise, let's say, settings are on every cube. So yeah, I still need to figure that out. Okay. Yeah, it definitely overturns a bit too much for my liking, I guess. Maybe I can get used to it. I think I can. But this was the first solve pretty much. And this took me, easily like 3 minutes, I think. But it's only the first solve, of course. And I must admit, whenever I stream or record, I'm bad at everything. It's so difficult compared to normal cubing or, normal gaming or whatever. And that's a good segue, of course, to tell you guys I do stream, it's just not often. And the link of Twitch will be in the descriptions. I'm mainly game, but since I'm getting better at cubing, I might actually cube on stream as well, because I found it to be very fun. And one of my goals is pretty much right now to get consistently sub 1. I'm like 10 seconds off, give or take. So yeah, let's do another solve really quickly. Define quickly, I suppose. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not that fast. Okay, so far, what I like is that it's quite flexible. So spaces in between, as you can see over here, right? They're very loosely, which I have happened to set on my RS3M or whatever it is as well. So yeah, I like that. And the reason why I like it is because I turn the cube rather inconsistently. Because okay, I don't know if you guys have this as well, but I for sure turn faster than my brain can think. And I think a lot of cubers have that as well. I try to time my turns on the RS3, and I turn roughly about 4 turns a second, which I know is not much. I think good speed tubers can do like 10 to 16 or something like that, so I'm still far off, of course. But for now, yeah, very decent. Okay, so one of those. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, I like the how's it called? The turn that it's actually turning in. So if I do halfway, it doesn't turn. So it's not the best for the overlay to actually slam it in, if that makes sense, right? So yeah, that is a thing that I dislike about this cube, I think. But I heard great things about, of course, the GAN. I have a GAN 12. It's an older model, but I heard it was great, so definitely gonna review that one. Anyway, let's actually make the cube really quickly. Okay, now we actually have a little bit of a feeling in. I will do speed up this section over here, and I do about 10 of them, and I will time them all, and you will see a short montage. So let's start with one. So what happened multiple times at the third solve was actually I'm not used to the speed of this cube. Not even a little bit. It's so ridiculously fast. I'm not used to it that what happens is I overturn it by 2 or 3 times when I only mean to turn it once or twice. So I'm pretty much always too far off because the turn is that smooth and that fast. I get out of rhythm. So let's say I need to do a very simple sexy, right? I just I can do it like this. But the moment I turn it, for example, over to do on the other side or whatever, I just get confused because the overturn is not once, but twice, for example, right? And then you start and you're in a different algorithm. So this really throws me off. I think I need more than 10 tries to really get a hang of this cube. I actually need to hold back everything that I do because it's so freaking fast. It's beyond fast. It's too fast for my liking right now, and that actually will resolve in me specifically doing slower movements to not get lost of track of how I place my cubes. So this will be the average. It will, you will see it on the screen right now. I must say, I had such a difficult completing this task. It's beyond insane. It really is. It's way too fast. And I cannot emphasize enough about how freaking fast this is. It's it's actually mental. Let's do a comparison really quickly right now. I will time one of my cubes, like my main over here, my 3RSM or whatever it's called, the Mayu. I love this cube. I love this cube to death. It's such a nice cube. Very cheap. I think it cost me like 17 bucks or something like that. The 1.8. Freaking 1.8. Okay, sure, you can say it's DNF, but you know, let's plus 2 is still 1.10. But doesn't really matter. This cube I'm familiar with. This cube is way slower in my hands. But due to the fact that I have more, let's call it crowd control, like movability control, I actually PB still on this one. I will say, I am going to use this one for sure. So the tornado, this is the tornado. Here, wait. Let's actually set red on top. And then let's actually set green aside. So, you know, let's turn it. I feel like this was almost this is tornado, by the way. Let's set it correctly again. Yeah, I feel like this one almost, as you see over here, almost wants to make his second turn already. So with a good swing, I can do 1.5, 2. Where if I give one good swing on the RSM, it's just 1. He really rarely wants to do a second one. So yeah, this cube is by far faster. I know that I can set the settings over here to be slightly faster as well. But I think I'm just not ready for this cube yet, if that makes sense. I really think I need some more practice. But I feel if I make this my main, let's say if I completely dismiss this one for a month, right? And I'm solely gonna do the tornado for a month. I think I can do 45 seconds. I really think I can do that. It doesn't sound too far-fetched at all. Because one try 108, 140 I think on average on this one. Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a 45 seconds once I get used to this feeling. Anyway, guys, I absolutely loved making this video. I'm so happy with my new cube. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing. It means the world to me. Honestly, it really does. And if you guys also want to watch this video coming up next from the cubing series, I will, of course, do that for you guys. I am so curious about the Gen 12. Sure, we have a Gen 13. Sure, we have, I think, even Gen 14. But this, I hear nothing but greatness about the Gen 12. So, yeah.